Hello trader, welcome back to another XAUUSD analysis starting with new weekly, monthly and daily open in couple of hours. This instrument past week we have seen that there was significant movement, and this week as well expecting again another potentially bigger move as this is NFP week. So let's see what kind of trading opportunity we can expect with the market open. Now, before we look at how we can enter, looking at first of all bigger picture to see overall direction in this market. So this is the monthly chart that we can see the candle closed as a monthly doji. Now this monthly doji is quite significant, as we can see the price in that monthly doji just close at where it has started, and we see that there is a monthly high and low being tested, and we can see the price remaining in that zone. Therefore this month what I think the price again may remain in between this support and resistance, or we could see at least a retest of this low and high. So as there will be a new opening on the monthly, what I think that in the beginning of the week we may see one directional move, and then either to push back up or push back down in the beginning of the week. With the NFP we might see that potential return. So let's see the weekly price action how it has formed. Now we can see that after previous weekly big bullish engulfer this week, from this level the candle closed as a narrower red candle with a shorter wick at the bottom. And with this weekly close what we can see that this market is maintaining a typical bullish market structure. If we look at the overall direction in this market, we can see there is an inverted head and shoulder here, a strong breakout pullback, another breakout deeper pullback, where the market grabbed the liquidity here, has moved back to the upside with a bigger momentum here. Now in that area what we can see that after previous weekly massive bullish engulfer, this week the price from this level has closed, and what we can see here that series of higher low formation from the weekly, quite a few weeks of stronger bullish move, giving this week what I think that if the market push down here to test of this lower shadow of this weekly, we may see further push back to the upside. Now this is the weekly support here that we might see the price potentially to retest and then to move back to the upside again. And what I think, either the market to test the 50% of this weekly shadow or the lower part before it push back to the upside to create a potentially new higher high. Now dropping down to the daily chart here to see how the market is evolving, we can see that from the daily it's a long-term bull market. We have seen there was a breakup structure on the daily time frame from an inverted head and shoulder, and with that inverted head and shoulder complete break from this impulsive move back to the upside. And this is the daily bullish engulf. Previous day we saw that on Thursday there was a massive bullish impulse to the upside, crossed the 20 em and 10 em both closed as a bullish candle. Now later Friday we saw that there is an inside bar formation, which is a sign of potentially a sideways movement in this market. And as this daily candle closed as a narrow smaller wick red candle, now what do we think that with the market open the price may try to test this support here. And I think the daily low is quite important. In the beginning of the week we may see that the price may try to test this support here, that can give potentially further momentum back to the upside for this potential move, as it is long term bull market. Now from the 4-hour chart here to see what kind of price action it is forming here, we can see that in this 4-hour time frame there was an unusual move from this level to straight back to this key level of resistance that we can see with a one long impulse, and as a result we saw the market immediately has got rejected back to the downside, followed by this is also a stronger liquidity grab here, again drop back down. So that signals that potentially the market may try to retest this support again before it push back to the upside. So therefore, with the market open in this instrument, what I think, the bias may remain initially to the downside, either forming a double bottom or breaking that low could give this market to push back again to the upside to the weekly resistance line. This could be the potential wave for this instrument in the first few days, at least, as there is NFP coming. So therefore, we may see initial drop to the weekly low and the daily low to break above from this level here to create a new higher high. So therefore, on the lower time frame in the beginning of the week, we will be looking for potential selling opportunity in this market. As soon as we will find suitable price action confirmation, we will be looking for going short with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoy this education and analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.